Welcome back, folks. It is 5:08 on this wonderful Wednesday evening. I'm Josephine Sage. Let's talk weather. Right now, as we take a look outside at America's Mattress Live Tower Cam, we've got these beautiful blue, clear skies as that sun just set, and we're expecting clear skies throughout the rest of this evening. And even as we wake up tomorrow, we are expecting sunshine. However, there is going to be a shift in that in just about 24 hours. So as we take a look at our weather headlines, we're going to notice that high pressure ridge that we've been watching that's been giving us these warmer temperatures, this dry air, and of course those clear skies is shifting and moving on out of the area as soon as Thursday night, being replaced by some colder weather and some moisture. Now that does also mean that decrease in temperatures, like I mentioned, and some snow is headed on into the region, mostly focused, of course, in those higher elevation areas, but the valleys are expecting a snow and rain mix. Now our radar is going to show us a little bit of some action, but mostly clear skies throughout the entirety of the western slope right now. And this is that high pressure ridge I was just mentioning as it shifts across the plains, and we'll notice this low pressure is starting to shift on down over the Great Basin. So a lot of this moisture, a lot of this action is mostly going to be focused through Steamboat Springs area and kind of spreading in that diagonal length through the state of Colorado, down through those central mountains, and then a little bit towards that Front Range area, through Pueblo, through Castle Rock, and even down towards Trinidad is where the bulk of that moisture will actually land. We're looking at a little bit of some residual moisture more locally here in the valleys and even in the desert valleys towards Moab and Monticello. But again, we're expecting some more cloud coverage here, but less moisture compared to if you're headed in those higher regions. Right now, in terms of snow coverage, 47 in Steamboat, 19 in Aspen, Gunnison looking at 15, and Telluride currently is at 20 inches. Now, as we look into those higher elevation regions in Montrose as well, we're going to notice just about half an inch through those regions, but it is going to shift as soon as this winter storm moves on in, because we're going to notice rain and snow through the valleys, like I mentioned, snow showers through I-70, and of course down towards those southern regions. And just how much snow, might you ask? Well, Grand Junction up to 2 inches, really minimal coverage, mostly focused, of course, in those higher elevations through those hills and those mountaintops. Montrose up to 1 inch, Glenwood up to 3 inches, Vail Pass looking at up to 8. Now Gunnison 2 to 4 inches, and mind you, these could shift as we get a closer look at these models with the storm moving on in Steamboat, up to 10 inches in the flat tops, looking at up to 8. So with all of this in mind, I've continued to mention it, but slow down, especially during those weekend travel plans. Pack patience as you're headed out and about. Currently, feeling 45 in Grand Junction, 46 as we look towards Montrose. Further east, we are getting really, really close to those possible sub-freezing ranges already at that 5 o'clock hour. We'll notice in our almanac that we're still above those seasonal averages by a few degrees, but that is going to shift as that cold front pushes on in. We're dropping by about 10, 15, even 20 degrees on Friday. Now, Discovery Auto Group's 7-day forecast is going to show that that drop in temperatures will feel 41 come Friday and through that weekend down into the 30s, and even that early work week's evening temperatures will be in the teens and the low 20s. Montrose, of course, is just a few degrees cooler, even dropping on Sunday to that afternoon sub-freezing temperature with teens and possible single digits through the weekend during the evening hours. So get those tires checked and prep for some upcoming winter weather, especially down the I-70 corridor.